Okay, the third question type, literal comprehension question. Copy the title, also copy the subtitle. The answer is in the text, literally. That's why it's called the literal comprehension. Focus on the word literal, not on the word comprehension, because as I've been saying, we don't really have to comprehend the whole thing to get the answer right. What does this question look like? It looks like this: according to the text or according to the author, what is true about, and then they tell you the thing that this is true about. It's usually going to be a modification of according to, which means we just have to go to the text and see what it says about the thing that they're asking us about. What is the strategy is very similar. As I said, the very first part, you don't have to copy because it's basically the same for every question type. Then instead of going to analyze the text and seeing the keywords and looking for the transition words, like we did in vocabulary, we're just going to analyze each alternative like we did in the big picture. We analyze the alternative, we go to the specific part, we use synonym, blah, 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 and we use process of elimination. Very similar. From here on, most of the question types are going to have a very similar strategy. It's up to you whether you want to copy or not because it's basically the same. Things you don't do, exactly the same. You don't have to copy this part. It's basically the same thing I explained in the previous question. Okay, so you're going to tell me, wait, that's it? Well, I'm going to tell you, yes, that's it. So I want you to do this, whatever we did in the previous question, right? You analyze the alternatives one by one, you underline the words, you find your keywords, you double check, you check your list of process of elimination, which I hope you have next to you because I asked you to have it next to you. You look alternative by alternative, mistake by mistake. Is this the wrong word? Is this out of scope? Is this extreme word? Is this true but not my answer? Is this complete opposite information? And you give me an answer. I want you to pause the video right now, check this question over here, and give me the answer. Okay, now we're going to continue, and I'm going to give you the answer. I want you to write the answer down so you can see whether it's right or wrong. So we're going to do the strategy. So things we do is we just check alternative by alternative. Again, I have separated the alternatives into verbs and noun clauses. So the green parts are the verbs. So she wishes, the verb to be in letter B, she creates, or just the verb to be again in letter D. And then the blue part, which is what is the main thing that we're talking about, right? So A, she wishes, so we're going to see whether she wishes or not. And more ladies will visit her, so we're going to see whether it's the more ladies that's visiting her or not. Birthdays are her favorite special occasion, and so on. We're going to analyze one by one. I'm going to make this very short, and you're going to see how easy this is. So A, she wishes that more ladies would visit her. So we go to the text and we try to find the part in which more ladies will visit her, and we find something which is dull ladies to pay visit to her, and then we find the verb, which is what she may wish or not, which is she did not spend all her time waiting for dull ladies to pay visit to her. As I said, you don't have to comprehend everything, but you do have to comprehend something. So if this is a woman who did not spend her time waiting for dull ladies to visit her, then she's not going to wish to be visited. Now, this is opposite information. It's still not the information is in the text. I mean, it will still not be the answer because the information is not here. They don't say, or the text doesn't say that she wishes. But if you can see, this is the opposite of what she wants. She doesn't want ladies to visit her. So it's not going to be letter A. We're going to analyze letter B. Birthdays are her favorite special occasion. So we go to the text and we find the birthdays, right? So yes, birthdays, perfect. And other great occasions. So we found birthday, cool. And special occasions, cool. What about favorite? Where do they talk about birthdays being her favorite occasion? Nowhere in the text they talk about birthday being her favorite occasion. Now, favorite is maybe one of those extreme words, one of those hidden extreme words I was telling you about, because you hear the word favorite and you don't think extreme, right? But when you say that something is your favorite, that's an extreme. If this is your favorite ice cream, if this is your favorite book, it means every other book is on the other side. This is an extreme. It's in a special place. So favorite is one of those hidden extreme words, which if the text doesn't say it, is not the answer. So letter B, not my answer. Now I'm going to analyze letter C. She creates stories and poems for her children. Okay, create. We're going to focus on the verb. She creates. Okay, create is going to be she writes, and she makes. Okay, what is the thing that she writes? Oh, she writes stories, so stories is here. And she writes poems, poems is here. And for her children, how do we know that it's for her children? Well, they keep saying for them and them, right? And the word them in this case says she was almost always there, ready to play with the children and to read to them. So this word them, and this is something that is going to be useful for the grammar, this word them is referring to the word children. So every time we see them and there, they are referring to children. This word is also referring to children. So yes, the purple part also is also there, which so far C looks like our answer. Well, we already know that C is my answer because everything checks out. Like she, because she's the person, creates their stories, their poem is there, her children is there, everything is there. C is the answer. But we're still going to check letter D, just because. So let's analyze letter D. Reading to her children is here. Oh, what do we have here? Favorite activity. Same thing. We already know that there's nowhere in the text they talk about the word favorite. Nowhere in the text they talk about the favorite anything, right? We find the word reading, cool, but we don't find the favorite. So, not my answer. So the answer will be letter C. Another way in which you can double check this is every single part of this alternative, every single part corresponds to something in the text, every single thing. Okay, and this is the way in which you're going to solve your literal comprehension questions. So, things you remember, be precise, use process elimination, don't rely on memory, and I want you to copy this. Please copy this. Everything in the correct answer should necessarily match something in the text, which means every single word in your answer, if it's the correct one, has to correspond to something. And that's it. This is the literal comprehension question. Now you can practice some more. Again, if you have the Meltzer book, you can do these. These are the pages that correspond to the literal comprehension question. You can also just go to Khan Academy or go to the PDF form and check your literal comprehension questions and see you on the next question type, which is the function question type.